There's Mr. Anand in the background. We are in a place called Cathedral Grove, which is, if you drive up past Nanaimo and you start heading west towards a place called Port Alberni and Tofino. And as you head out there, there is one of the most magnificent forests, old growth forests on the island. So we're taking a quick detour, walking through this place, doing about a 20-25 minute loop down this boardwalk before we head off to Port Alberni for our event tonight. And I'm sorry the voice is not very clear. I forgot my mic's actually back in Kelowna. But as we continue to head on our island journey, I'm excited to show you what else we have coming. So stay tuned and we will continue on. Okay, fellow foodies and travelers, welcome to Victoria, BC on the west coast of Canada. This is a place that's really close to my heart. I actually met my wife, Ness, when she was living out here. I started my whole career here. I studied university here. So we've been on this crazy global tour. It's been super exciting. I just finished with 3 weeks of hardcore work, and I'm very, very sorry for the delay in posting on this. I'm gonna try and get closer because you can hardly see my face, which means you're not connecting with me. Okay, yeah, this is such a beautiful city. I can't wait to show you around. I'm going to be showing you some of the top secret local places that only locals know. And I can say that with complete certainty because I lived here for 7 years. I know this place like the back of my hand. I used to just go out and explore for fun, and I'm very, very excited to take you with me on this trip. A few things to note about this city. It is on the west coast of Canada. It's called Vancouver Island, and it's about an hour-and-a-half ride on BC ferries. I usually take the route from where it's called from Tawasin. From Tawasin ferry terminal to Swartz Bay, and then it's about a half-an-hour drive down to our place downtown. This place is gorgeous. Honestly, it's so beautiful. Like, I used to just sit on the ocean side and watch otters come up, and they would be like munching away on certain things. Famous for like really, really good food. I believe Victoria actually has the most restaurants per capita in Canada, if not even North America, and they are everywhere. So I'm going to be taking you to some of the places that are just fundamental to this city and classic, and you could ask any local here and they'll back me up. Yeah, so whenever we're here, it's awesome because our place is literally, it pretty much borders this whole area, an area called Cook Street Village and Beacon Hill Park, which is sort of on the opposite end of the park to downtown. And I just want to show you some of the scenery that I'm walking through here. Love this place because it's just so pristine. The air is so clean. There's a really fun like outdoor culture here. I know Ness, my wife, she was super into ultimate Frisbee, and they've got a lot of different courses where you can play, like, let me think, I can't remember the name of the sport. Frisbee, disc golf, I think that's it. And there's some really nice places for cycling, and I was a part of a run club out here. I actually did the, which I know, judging now, don't judge me too hard, but I did do the marathon here, the Victoria Marathon, which was so fun. So 42.2K. I did it in 4 hours and 1 minute. My goal was under 4, so hey, you know what? Aim for the stars and land on the moon, right? Look at this trail though. Like, you just gotta look at this, how gorgeous it is. And this park. So this park has a lot of peacocks, which is pretty sweet. And we actually, when we first got married, we had this ground floor unit that was just like literally next to Beacon Hill Park that we were renting out. And right under our window, we had kind of a peacock that we named Padma. And Padma used to give a whole bunch of little peacock babies out there, and they would kind of wander around through our garden. It was actually really cool. Awesome fountains. And this is just such a gorgeous time of year too, with all the leaves falling. Like, this city is just so beautiful. I love it here. Okay, you guys, found some peacocks in the park. First of all, before we get to the peacocks, can I just say, like, how beautiful is this garden? It's mid-October, and like just the colors going on here, and like how well the city has kept this. Like, this is gorgeous. Why is this not more, like, why are there not like 1,000 people down here right now? Victoria's kind of, it can be like pretty unpredictable weather. You know, you can get like super crazy rain and wind, but then you just can get the most like pristine summers. So here we've got a peacock friend just hanging out in the park over here. I think I've kind of scared her. I'm not sure let's see how close we can get before. Look at that close up of the peacock. Seriously, male peacocks are pretty dang similar to male humans. You gotta, like, you know, flaunt your feathers and attract the right mate. They are very, very good at that. They've got lots of bright feathers. So I encourage you, men out there, be like a peacock. Okay, so this is one of the many open dog parks, and this is along Dallas Road, which is so beautiful. So as you can see, actually there's not a whole lot of dogs out right now. I've seen a few. People even tend to leave like doggy bowls out and various things, and along the way you'll see doggy bags. So here in Canada, people clean up their dog's poo and you have to kind of carry it with you until there's a garbage. Very different than other parts of the world, but hey, I mean, it's better than stepping in it, so that's one good reason. And I just walked through an area where there are a whole bunch of rugby players. I actually had played rugby for years, and it was kind of fun to see that. And when we first moved out into this place here in Victoria, and I had started university back at that crazy time, I joined a league out here for a little bit, not anything crazy, but it was a lot of fun, and we'd join and hang out and play some rugby. So what I'm doing is here along Dallas Road, like you don't see it just yet because it's covered in the plants. So I'm taking you to an area. Okay, so we're heading off to an area here from Dallas Road, and it's sort of a walking path and open dog park. It's a bit covered right now just because of all these trees and bushes and stuff, but I'm going to show you just how remarkably beautiful this place is. Let me give you a quick view of this when I'm walking along. Look at that. Is that not just the most beautiful thing ever? And along the way, like as you're walking down this path, there's tons of access points down to the beach, which is just so cool. One of my favorite things to do, like on a Saturday morning early, is just go grab a big coffee from Mocha House in Cook Street Village and then head down to the beach and just use that as a time for prayer and meditation. Yeah, you're getting a really good picture of this city. So what I'm doing right now is we're heading back to Cook Street Village. I'm going to be ordering some sushi for takeout, and then we're going to bring that back home and eat it and probably watch some Korean drama cooking show. I forget the name of it, but because we haven't watched anything in the last like 3 weeks because of touring. So now that that's done, we're gonna have a night of takeout, dine in, and binge watching some Korean dramas. So come with me. We're gonna head off to Cook Street Village, and I'm gonna show you what the sushi restaurant there looks like, and I'll disclose the name of sushi place number 1. Now, but despite this place, by the way, there is one more sushi place that we've been eating at for years called Ebizo, which is downtown, Ebizo. That'll be another place that you'll have to check out as well. Okay, so we've just turned off Dallas Road and we're heading up Cook Street, and that will take you to Cook Street Village. If you're coming from the other side, which would be north, or from downtown, probably one of the best ways and most beautiful is just walk down Fairfield and then take a right or a left, depending on the direction, and head south on Cook Street, and you'll end up in Cook Street Village. Now, just a side note on all of this, one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel, which I'm honestly very excited, so this is a little pitch, like if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. It honestly matters more than you know, and it's going to help all of us because I'm using this as a way to hold companies such as airlines, hotels, and products accountable. One of the things that I wear or have been is jacket. Now, Mac supposedly has a pretty chill return policy. I bought this jacket from Mac 4 years ago. Now, I recognize that's a long time, but this jacket was almost $500 with taxes. And it's a kind of a windbreaker shell, full waterproof, that I use with skiing and stuff. I just put it through the wash and bought the stuff that you're actually recommended to wash with from Mech, which I believe is Nick or something like that. And it completely ruined the color of it. And it's a little hard to tell with this, but I brought it in and I was honestly so surprised with their reaction. They said, well, you know, this does happen. We'll give you 30% off a new one if you like. And honestly, I thought that was just not a great reaction to their expensive gear that's actually Mech branded. You know, like if it was Arc'teryx or even Lululemon or something like that, they would have for sure done something about it. Certainly more than 30%, which like more than half of that, or about half of that almost, is just taxes anyway. So honestly, it's almost like getting 18% off really by the time you include taxes. So just not a good thing. They've pretty well lost a lifelong customer of Mech, and as we grow this channel, these are the exact reasons why I think it's really, really important you subscribe and actually follow, because it'll help everyone travel and purchase better. So one of my favorite airlines, which I will be doing a review when I head back to India in a few weeks, is Air Canada. Now, I know that has mixed feelings with Canadians, but honestly, I'm Canadian. I fly a lot. This year I'll be hitting for sure my 75K and potentially even my super elite status with Air Canada, Star Alliance. I've only ever had good experiences with them, and these are also some of the reasons why you should be subscribing, because it also helps highlight some of the incredible service and staff that companies offer as well. I've mentioned this before in my channel, but I'm also an IHG member. I have Platinum Elite status, and I have nothing but good things to say about IHG as well. So when it comes to these things, now of course IHG, they'll have many properties within their portfolio. I usually choose more the Holiday Inn Resorts, sometimes Crown Plazas, depending on the locations. But yeah, and of course you're gonna get a diversified amount of properties with that. But one of them would be, it's good to highlight the really good ones. It's good to highlight some of them that actually have not been so good. Personally, I actually would not be shopping at Mecca anymore because I think they handled the return on this jacket really poorly. They said that I must have done something wrong. I washed it improperly. Anyways, that's enough of my rant about Mech. Anyways, I'm just gonna highlight this now because we're literally entering Cook Street Village. So here we are. On that building over there, there's a place called Cold Comfort Creamery, which serves some of the best ice cream sandwiches on planet Earth, where they actually make their own cookies and they make their own ice cream. There is a really great little grocery store here as well. It used to actually be completely different, like way cheaper, and it was super run down, and they only sold stuff that was almost expired, and that's where I did all my shopping during university. You've got spa. Like, one thing I really love about this village, if you had to stay within like a 1 kilometer radius, you'd have basically everything here. There's pharmacy, pizza, cafes, grocery store called the Root Cellar, by the way. This is where I do all of my shopping. And there's the Beagle Pub, which also is actually just a very well-known little sort of English style pub with good selections of beer, wine, and pub food. To the left over here, you've got Pokey, and that's where we're heading for sushi. Tomorrow, I'll show you the rest of the Cook Street Village because we're going to be heading to Mocha House for an early morning coffee. But for now, we're going to be going to Taisho. I'm really sorry to my Japanese friends if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Taisho Sushi. Looks like an excellent selection of stuff. Just feel free to pause the video if you need to take a quicker look at that. And I'm not sure if there's a back or not. Let's check quickly. Wow, there is. This menu is absolutely massive. I would call this the everything Japanese restaurant and probably more. Okay, let's order. Okay, so I'll go for the bibimbap, please. And I will also have a spicy tuna roll as well to add on to that. So exciting. Can't wait to eat this. We got a big bag of food, including spicy salmon. Sauce, oh, they even wrote it on up, that's nice. This is a Japanese restaurant, but I went to Korean because we're watching Korean shows tonight. So I got the bibimbap, and that's the sauce for it there. And then a whole bunch of rolls in here for me wife, who is holding the camera right now, or prawn tempura.
I just wanted yam tempura.
The staff there are all from Korea or Japan, which is awesome. It's super legit. Okay, well, on that note, we got some things that we did not order, but I'm guessing it's still gonna taste really good. First up, we got the beef. Very excited by this, not gonna lie. I'm actually hungry. Well cooked. Has a nice sesame taste. Classic raw egg that you find a lot in rice. I don't know what vegetable this is. Maybe somebody can tell me. Mushroom, and I'm also not sure what that is. And then some kind of pickled, the other one we've got, spicy tuna roll, which is almost always tasty. So it has like a spicy mayo. So we've got a single cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, both with lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickle, 2 milkshakes, 1 cookies and cream, 1 vanilla. And they're using the infamous paper straws, which are honestly kind of a pet peeve of mine. And just look how beautiful she's looking, by the way. So hot. Oh my gosh, look at that. So basically everything on this tray is just biodegradable. At the end, you just dump it into the compost and that's it. Look at that lip-smacking, fine dining experience of a double patty BC burger. Shredded lettuce, 2 slices of cheese.
I feel like this burger has a really nostalgic taste, like something you ate at a fast food restaurant as a kid, but without it being like hyper processed. So good!
We have to get the chewing experience in the sound.
It's delicious.
Okay, now I'm hungry. I'm going for the gold. 2 burgers here, 2 milkshakes, cost us $46 Canadian. In American, I have to think that through. Probably around 30 bucks or so. Ah, there's the compost. That's actually what we're trying to show.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rinse now. Oh, I'm full, but not like gross full. It's actually like the perfect kind of full, where I'm just like full of meat and milkshake. Is that considered gross? Maybe, I'm not sure. There's a lot of milk going on in my stomach right now. I like that. Wait, we should just admire how beautiful this looks too outside. This is such a good place. If you're in Victoria, honestly, you have to visit Big Wheel. Every time we come back to the city, this is what we look forward to. And we didn't realize, okay, to be fair, it wasn't being advertised very well on the board, but they do offer a seasonal pumpkin, what was it, a pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice milkshake. So I kind of wish I'd ordered that, but it was not being advertised. So tomorrow, recommendation number 3.